3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, folks.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our Sunday Q&A. You might notice it looks a little bit different here. We ran out of time this week to film the video in our studio. And so now we're here at our newest listing, taking advantage of the nice sofa, nice pillows.
This is our newest listing, just coming on the market. It just got staged, photos got done, and we never used the staging furniture. So we're taking advantage of the furniture
Ariel
today.
Might be upset we're using her pillows here.
Does our stager watch our videos?
I don't know. But this house is a beautiful house. It's going to be on the market this week, I believe.
Yes, it's going on the market this week. This home has 3 self-contained units in it. So it's a legal duplex with a full separate apartment in the basement.
2 garages too.
Two garages, that's right, and lockers. Have a look. You'll see the listing going live soon.
Yes. Okay, so let's get right into the comments here. So comment number 1 comes from James N8Z6W. And James says, terrible advice from today's video. $200K if you're doing structural changes, but for new kitchen cabinets, flooring, hardwood, ceramics, trim, bathroom, much, much lower if you're doing yourself, $50K. Go to Home Depot, get a $20K or get a Home Depot credit card with a $20,000 limit and all payments deferred 3, 6, 12, 24 months. By that time, the house is sold. Done it that way several times before.
Wow. So for $20K, he could do kitchen cabinets. The flooring alone, actually, if we're not talking,
No, $50K.
$50K. Like, I don't know. I don't see that. Like, no chance I see that, actually. The kitchen alone, if you do it proper. I don't mean cosmetic, just kind of making it look nicey nice. But if you do a proper kitchen, the kitchen alone is $30,000 to $50,000, $60,000.
Yeah.
Just the kitchen.
We've seen that recently. We've had quite a few clients, actually, that have just bought and immediately started to renovate. More for themselves, not that they want to sell it. But, the prices for kitchens are absolutely insane, but they end up really nice.
But it's kitchens, but it's everything. The principal ensuite, if you renovate it, but proper, I don't mean, the kind of the bath fitter type tub and you paint over the tiles that are there, but you do proper work, there's 30, 40, 50,000, just more for some cases, just in the principal ensuite.
And you know what?
So you do a whole home easily, top to bottom, the whole home. A basement is $100,000 these days.
And I think
minimum.
There's not a lot, but there's a few people in the comments that seem to believe that anyone can just start doing renovations. Just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Do all this stuff, new kitchen cabinets, flooring, hardwood trim, bathroom, much lower if you're doing it yourself. Maybe, James, for you, you're able to do it for yourself, but most people, I don't think, have the skill or the time to do that kind of stuff or learn how to do that kind of stuff themselves.
The ones that do it and they don't have the skill, those are the ones we talk about on our show.
Those are the ones that end up costing extra down the line. But yes, okay, so, and then he says, so Home Depot credit card, but done it that way several times before. And he's talking about a quick flip, right? By the time the payment's deferred, right, the house is sold.
Yeah, that's not what we were talking about on the episode that he's referring to.
Yeah.
We were talking about the young family who bought the cheapest home in the best neighborhood. And they were renovating it for themselves, like the whole home.
And I've done it several times that way before. I wonder if someone was to do, James, if you were to do that now, would you get that same return on your money?
Exactly.
I don't know. But anyways, so next comment here is from Lauren Cadeau 8172. And Lauren says, I'm sure in 2021 and 2022, you told your clients now is a great time to buy, lining your pockets too.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's the comment.
Look, every realtor runs their business how they want. And my attitude is I'm a consultant. I have never told anybody buy now, buy now, buy now, or sell now, sell now, sell now. I give them the pros and cons of buying, not buying, waiting, not waiting. I lay it out. These are the pros and cons. This is kind of what you could expect if you're looking to do this or you're looking to do that. As a consultant, I lay it out on the table. They pick the option that serves them best. And if they choose to buy or they choose to sell, I help them with that. But it's always the client's choice. So I've never told anybody buy, sell.
Yeah, I remember actually 2021, 2022, we were losing the offer dates by crazy numbers.
Like offer dates,
you thought we had a chance to win 100,000 over? Nope, sorry, 400,000 short.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Crazy time. But okay, so next comment here comes from Scott Peterson and Karen. Sorry if I pronounce this incorrect, but Karen Riederin. And they say, so the answer when you can't afford the house you bought at the peak is to try and sell it to someone else who can't afford it at the same high price? Seems like this is going to end badly for lots of folks who bought in 2021 and 2022.
You're going to sell it at whatever market price is now. Mm. No matter what you need or don't need, if you're a seller, if you're going to sell, it's going to be at whatever the market price is now. Mm-hmm. But who's to say if the person buying it can afford it or not afford it?
That's true. And I think this just goes back to what you talked about in the videos this week, right? I remember, so there's one particular area in Vaughan that I look at that particular pocket almost every day, right, to see what's going on. Because I love that pocket. It's a really nice pocket. But most of those homes trade for in and around 1.4, 1.5 right now. But there was people at the peak that were paying 2.1, 2.2.
Nuts, eh?
Insane.
Absolutely nuts.
And I
know the area you're talking about. We've talked. This is what you bring it to my attention every now and then. Yeah. You're like, Dad, look at this house. I know exactly the area you're talking about. And when they were being listed a couple years ago at 1.8 with an offer date, I was going, what?
It made 0 sense. But yeah, I think that the solution that those people have that did buy at those prices is just wait, right?
If you can afford to keep your home, why sell it now and take a bath? You know you're gonna take a bath on it. Just wait. If you can afford to keep it. If you can't, this is where a consultant needs to give you what your options are.
And our next comment here comes from Clausoon. And Clausoon says, y'all need a software developer to automate pulling the square footage and building age data so that you can feed the endless appetites of us data geeks.
Yes, I would love to do that. One of the obstacles is not putting the software together. Someone who knows how to do that can do that fairly simple. One of the obstacles is to actually get the square footage of a house. Individually, I'll go into MPAC, Land Registry, MPAC, and pull it. But I got to pay for that report. Every time I do that, I pay a fee. It's not $1 or $2. It's a fee. It's a bit more. And so can you imagine 200 sales and our software
just for Toronto Detached?
And we need permission from MPAC to be able to do this. And just, to put a report, we're going to spend hundreds or thousands every week. We're going to just continue with how it's working right now. But I wish the MLS listings automatically pulled data. I wouldn't even mind if we had to pay a fee for each listing that we put up there, and it auto-populated everything. Year was there automatic. Square footage is there automatic. Like there's certain things that just should be automatic appearing on the listing where the agent has no say, but that's not where we are today.
Yeah. So next comment here comes from Quixomega.
Quixo.
And Quixomega says, if you're partway through a renovation, your house is almost unsellable. You're going to have to accept substantially less than the house would have sold for before the reno.
Correct. I don't know what else to say to that comment. Absolutely. You're selling a house midway through renos. Mm-hmm. Every buyer looking at that is going to look to take advantage of the seller. Is thinking, why would somebody sell under these circumstances? Why didn't they finish? They're going to think there's some bad situation going on here that, between the seller. And every buyer is going to try to take advantage of that.
But it's funny, all those listings that you see, or actually most of those listings that you see that are semi-completed,
there's lots.
It's always promoted as choose your finishes.
Yeah.
Right.
We got the rental started for you.
Choose your finishes. Make it your own. Okay, so next comment here comes from MKD319. And MKD319 says, you mean you can see what else we watch on YouTube? I don't like that at all. Where is our privacy?
We can see everything. MKD, sorry, you want to pass me that glass of water right next to you there?
No, it's not like that. Okay, so last week on the Sunday episode, I mentioned how we have on our back end of our YouTube analytics, it tells us what it tells us basically what you guys watch. And that's what I said. It tells us what you watch, but it doesn't tell us what you watch individually. So it'll tell us, most of our viewers come from this video, or viewers leave our video and go to this video, right? And it's just more of a general. It doesn't say MKD319 watched, this video on the Porsche 911 before watching your video, and then they jumped off and went to their banking.
MKD, are you relieved now?
Yeah, no. So it's just very general. It says, this is what a lot of your viewers like. This is what a lot of your viewers watch, and this is sometimes where they come from. So don't fear. It's not individually telling us what you guys watch. But okay. So next comment here comes from Jazzy583. And this is a long one, but Jazzy says, Santo, I have a question. Today, I asked ChatGPT, when can an agreement be void in Ontario?
Wait,
ChatGPT.
Jazzy asked ChatGPT this question?
Correct.
Okay.
So ChatGPT said one of the reasons it can be void is if there is misrepresentation. So when people were induced to purchase condos on fake pre-approval letters provided to developer of no knowledge to customers, was that not misrepresentation, and would that not make agreement void? I was wondering what would be the answer. I know lawyers would be best to answer this question, but I was just thinking about it. I like your content, Santo. I wonder how much of these condos were sold to unqualified people. That is the question we need to ask leaders, financial regulators in Canada.
So, Jazzy, it is a legal question that you're asking, and I'm not answering from a legal point of view. But you're basically saying if a buyer signs a contract under false pretenses, can they get out of it? So in general, I would believe, remember, I'm not a lawyer, but I would believe, if you're signing something under false pretenses, or you're coerced, or if you don't have all your senses, if you're drunk and you sign, yes, that could be voided. But what you're saying in your question is for these buyers that unknowingly got mortgage approval because they fake documents like mortgage fraud. I don't think it's kind of like that. I would say the buyers know exactly how they're qualifying. They know that they're using fake documents to qualify, to answer your question. So let's not be naive thinking the buyer's, I didn't know this was happening. They know it's happening.
Mm-hmm. And I think ChatGPT is probably not a good source of of legal information.
Yeah, not today.
Right?
Maybe one day.
If this is the answer, probably not, because you know, those agreements from the builders are pretty ironclad.
Yeah.
So if it's saying there's a way to get out of it, I don't know about that. But okay, so next comment here comes from Gordon Canning 7870. And Gordon says, this is for the condo video. He says, the average price represents what is currently selling.
Yes.
What is selling is desirable, livable condos, as you have indicated. Does this mean that the actual price per square foot has reduced? You can get a much better condo for $700,000 now compared to 2021, 2022?
Yes, in a nutshell, cost per square footage has come down. This is part of the problem that new construction, pre-construction builders is having, that it's a far better deal buying resale right now, like new resale.
Yeah.
The building, people are just closing on condos and putting them up for sale versus going to, you know, a new project and trying to buy. It just, the resale market, you get a better deal. Cost per square foot has come down.
But even in the resale market, you're getting a better deal from the 2 bedrooms versus the 1 bedrooms, is what he's saying. Because
Yes.
before we had the average price of, let's say, $650,000, right? But most of the sales, or a lot of the sales that were coming through, were one plus den, right? But now we have slightly fewer of those that are selling, and we have more of the 2 bedrooms, the bigger units, and price is also down.
Well,
Average
think about
price
it.
is
What
down.
would you do if you had 700,000 and you could buy a 1+ den, or now you can get a 2-bedroom, 2+ den for the same money? Well, they've all come down. If your budget is where it is, you're going to get the most home for your budget, right?
Yeah. So yes, I think that it would be interesting to see what the average selling price is for more of these less desirable units, but it's hard to say because they're just not selling, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to split it up too.
Yeah. Okay, so next comment here comes from William Collins 7602. And William says, funny thing is that most of us who listen to these podcasts are the ones who paid our dues and don't need the advice that we wish other people would listen to. A guy says that people who worry generally don't need to worry. The people who don't worry are the ones who need to worry. So
That's interesting.
William Collins, I will let you know that I hope it doesn't scare you, but from our back end analytics, there are 2 groups of people that I would say are more that frequent our channel more often, and a lot of them are younger, right, in between the 20 to 30 age, and then in between 40 to, I believe it's 60. But there are a lot of people that are in the beginning phase of their real estate journey that, you know, we get a lot of calls from people that tell us, you know, how helpful this stuff is because they're diving in and, you know, they have no idea what to do, but, you know, our videos have helped a lot. So you guys do make up, if you are on the older end, I don't want to call you old, but if you're if you're on the older end of the spectrum, you guys do make up a pretty sizable amount of people that watch us, but we also do have quite a few young people that that watch us. So yeah, it's a good mix, I think.
Glad I answered that question for you.
Yeah. You want to add anything?
No?
No? Okay, so last comment here comes from Prima Vida. And Prima Vida says, bravo. Maybe for someone like me who has actually seen falling prices, even steep, it is normal to have a buffer and not assume forever price increases. But your advice is golden and logical as usual.
Prima, thank you. We appreciate you following us, watching our show. We appreciate you taking the time to comment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That ends our show for today. Thanks for all your comments. Leave them in this video below if you want to be featured next week, or in the comments throughout the videos throughout the week, and we will pick the ones we like. We will see you guys next week.
Have a great weekend.
No holidays this week.
No holidays this week.
No holidays this week. Just have a great weekend and have a great week too. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.